my channel. It's Neffy and I'm back with another one. Another video. Hey, another one. Another video. And I'm hot, y'all, because I'm sweating. She got a ring light and I'm trying to keep it together. Now, this is my best friend, Jocelyn. A lot of you guys know Jocelyn. For those of you who don't know who she is, this is my ride or die. We've been friends since we were like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? When I say ride or die, there's some friends that you're friends with and y'all good friends, but there's friends that you have like soulmate type friends, like
that's me.
You know, like they gonna be for life type friends, like gang
Let me know, Jay.
So, ooh, my earring, my clip-on fell off. Okay. All right, y'all. So look, we're just gonna like talk on various topics. We don't really have a specific topic that we want to talk about. So we're just gonna like talk on various topics. But she had brought something to my attention about like how we don't think about our future. We just like kind of do stuff in the now. Do you want to emphasize on that? Or what you talking about?
So, me and TD always have, sorry, Neff.
Get it right.
Okay.
That's my childhood name, TD. But we're going to call me Neff.
We always have the deepest talks. That's how we always been. We're real with each other. She tells me what I don't want to hear, vice versa. Or the things that I need to hear that, you know, that uplift me or put me in a better place. But what we were talking about is people, I feel especially in our generation these days, you're in survival mode. I feel like you're just stuck on like, what's for now? What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing this week? I don't think any of us, I'm not going to say any of us, but a lot of us don't really have like the mindset of, such all the negativity in the world is kind of hard to focus on, but what do we want for our future? Where do you want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now? And you get so stuck trying to live day by day that you don't realize that you are postponing your dreams. Where you could be so much further in life, but you're too stuck in where you are right now. And you could be even just like preparing yourself, building yourself to be the wife you want to be someday, or the business owner you want to be someday, the mother you want to be someday. Like things happen unexpectedly. But, you know, I think we need to focus sometimes. Like, you have to be day by day, or your anxiety get the best of you. Like, am I doing the right thing that's going to get me there? Or it's not being patient, it's not happening fast enough. But you have to occasionally peek into your future to see, like, where do I want to be?
No, I agree with her. Look, there was this Twitter that someone put up the other day. They was like, some people complain like, oh, I don't want to go back to college for 4 years because by that time I'll be 32. But she was like, either way you're gonna turn 32. So why not have something to your name? So I think that was a good, like, I had to retweet that. But I like what she's saying because you guys ever say here like you reap what you sow. So the seeds that we sow now is what we reap. So if we're planting a tree. And it's going to start off as a stub, but in a couple years, it's going to be a beautiful tree. So I do feel like we should put more thought and more effort into our future because we can think for day to day, but you do want to start planning towards your future so that way you reach them goals and you actually get to where you want to be. Because, like, if you don't make goals, sometimes you don't go far. Like,
you know, I think people get too content, like, with where they're at. Like, so it's okay to be comfortable, but the way I feel is that you should never settle. Because you can always do better than what you're doing now. Even if you're not, even if you can do better for somebody else. And I'm not saying, like, so let's say that I have everything I want in life. I have my career that I want, the house that I want, everything that I want. I could still better someone else's life. I can help somebody get housing and get on their feet and get where they want to be. Like, you should just never just settle and be comfortable for you and where for you. You put yourself first, but like where you're at, who knows how helping someone else. Like, what if I help somebody get on their feet? They make something huge of themselves. Like that comes back to you.
Yeah, it does. And if you're not uncomfortable, then you're not growing. Because growth isn't easy. Growth doesn't feel good. So if you know that every day is just going so good all the time and you haven't had no type of trials or tribulations and you're working out right, your body gets used to a workout. So if you're doing sit-ups every single day, and every single day you're only doing 60, now it's been a month now and you ain't did more than 60 sit-ups. And now you ain't feeling no burn. You're not feeling the burn because it's time to like increase, you know what I'm saying? You have to like step out more. In order to get further, I really believe like you have to be uncomfortable doing things that you're not used to doing, doing things that you never did before. You're never going to get something if you never try to do something different. So I do think that it's good to like think about your future and step out and not be content. A couple months ago, saying thing about my life, like, man, I want this and that for my life, but this is not happening. That's not happening. Well, it wasn't happening because I wasn't working towards it. I was too content in what I was, the life I was living. But when you get to that point where you want more for your life, you're gonna start working for it.
One of my favorite quotes are, "If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough."
Ooh.
And it's the truth. If you're not scared of it, like it's not big enough. It's not big enough of a dream. Well, that scared me.
The bugs.
Yeah.
Timmy.
You're not out your comfort zone at that point. So it's not big enough. And for example, I planned to go to nursing school straight from high school, and I had a different situation to where I was unable to go, and it wasn't my fault. It was some home stuff. And do I want to be now with a kid and a student? Absolutely not. I wish I could have been stable enough for when this moment came in my life. Mm-hmm. But now here I am. I am a mom, and I work 2 jobs, and I'm a student. But if I don't start now, then 5 years from now, I wish I would have started now.
Yeah.
And he'll be 6 years old then, and then I could be done by the time he's 6 or sooner, rather than me starting when he's 6. And I'm putting my life on hold by just being content with where I'm at and living day-to-day life, making sure we're cool where we're at now. No, I need to think of where do I want me and Jalen to be, where do I want my family to be in 5-10 years from now.
Mm-hmm. And I completely agree with her. I like what she said, how she's like, she has a baby and she's still going to school. Because I know a lot of y'all, there's a lot of you guys who are young, going to school, and you have a child. And that's encouraging, because sometimes you need to feel encouraged, because you might feel bad or you feel alone. But no, that's actually good. And like our future, I think sometimes like you have to really think about like what you want. You got to put that effort towards it, because like right now, I look back in high school like, dang, I wish I would have did this different. I wish I would have joined more sports, or whatever the case may be. If you start now, I know a lot of times y'all want things to be microwave. You want it to happen like this. You know, they have.
But think about it, microwave food tastes nasty.
Yeah,
it's always better in the oven.
Yeah, exactly. In the oven, it has to take time, just like a lasagna. So if you put a lasagna in the oven and you take it out too early, you don't eat that. The middle's still cool and the outside's hot. No one wants to finish lasagna like that. The cheese ain't even melted. Nobody wants to eat that. So
don't say nobody.
You have to sometimes the things that we want in life is going to take a little bit longer than what we expected.
We're talking about how
be content.
Especially like nowadays, people are so worried about survival mode and where they're at right now that no one thinks 5 to 10 years from now, like where do you want to be 5 to 10 years from now? Like you're so content with what you're worried about right now, but you have to sometimes. Like you have to think day by day, but you also need to keep your long-term goals in mind, because. So for example, like I have Jalen, even though I didn't plan to have him, but if I would have got my career right out of high school, which it wasn't my fault. But I would have been prepared for this moment of my life. Like you put yourself on hold when you don't think about what you want in your future, and you're not moving in a way that's gonna get you to where you want to be 5-10 years from now. You're moving in a way that's gonna get you through to tomorrow. So, and we didn't speak on this yet in the video, but we were saying just how like we're observing how.
Oh, you have it right now?
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to go.
But I come to realize, like, some people are satisfied with that lifestyle.
That's true. Depends on what you want. That's true. I guess
what I bring up is some people never experience like outside of their bubble.
That's true. That's a good perspective.
Like,
my quote I says, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Like you're too comfortable.
Not even that.
He means like some people.
Like for instance, like your locals. Some people might go down to Pittsburgh and be like, that to them might be like Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean? But then, all right, some people that go down to Pittsburgh never been outside the state. You know what I mean? So they go to a different state, like, wow, this is like. This is just outside of Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
So you're saying like being content. Sometimes all people know until they learn something different, until they step out to experience more. Yeah. That's a good perspective. I like when people have different perspectives, because sometimes I just be in my own thoughts. But okay, y'all. So yeah, you guys heard a little bit about that. So now we want to talk about temptation, which is really great. That's a great topic she was talking about. So she said, like, what'd you say about a gas station?
Okay, so I was at the gas station yesterday after leaving work, and there was a man who was trying to talk to me. And that's going to happen because he doesn't know I'm with somebody. and it's all about how I respond. So I let them know I'm with somebody and keep it moving. But if I were to entertain that, laugh and giggle a little, give them my number, or like, oh, well, I got somebody to add me on Snapchat or whatever, you know, like, it's all about how you handle yourself, you know, and I do think our generation is good for attention. Yeah. We are addicted to attention, good attention, bad attention, attention. So rather that is you like people come up to you, or the same people in the bar, you know, that are consistent with every time you see them, they say something to you, or if I'm not, do what you do, especially if you got it, if you're comfortable posting stuff, that's on you. But I noticed that, like, with pictures, like, why, like, well, there's men who, you know, post a bunch of pictures of their shirt off all the time, and there's girls who like posting pictures with their butt up on the sink,
or just booty cheeks is all out,
you know, and so whatever brings them the attention, you know. So I think it's all about like their thirst traps. So if you have a significant other, are you gonna fall for that trap? Or are you gonna fall for what they call them, adding them for their premiums or whatever that is?
I've never heard that.
I guess people pay, or people have a Snapchat premium and people will subscribe to them. So like, if they get a premium, I'd pay to watch you post videos yourself.
Oh my God. Wait, now I'm not gonna lie, when I was in my early 20s, I was loving all the attention. I walked on the street, all these guys would talk to me. I was getting discounts on Jordans. I was getting free food at downtown. I was like living life. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, I mean, the attention's cool, but not all attention is good. But one thing I did learn is just because you get attention from somebody doesn't mean everyone's supposed to be entertained.
And like, obviously we're not men. From a men's perspective, like, I don't know what it is with it goes both ways. It's like almost like a woman sees a man treating his girl a certain way and they want that. So knowing that this man has a girl, they try to intervene, or vice versa. They see how you are treating your spouse and they want what you have to offer. And they don't care. Like, there's been times where I've gone out and, you know, they ask the question, they come up to you and they're like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? And you tell them, yeah, and they're like, well, take my number down anyways if things don't work out, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't feed into that. Because for one, that's just, I don't know, you have to learn how to, like, to handle yourself. It's okay. Sometimes people feel weird rejecting people. They really don't want that attention, but they just don't know how to say no. But you just have to learn to, like, put people in their place, say no, stand strong for not leading into the temptation. And you also don't know either, like, what if, like, you just don't know what kind of person you are accidentally getting yourself involved in. It could be someone who has some type of trauma in their past that they don't have to go with rejection, and somehow they go, I don't know, people do things like this where they're like, they could message your girlfriend and say, oh, your man was at the bar this weekend doing this and that, because they're mad that you rejected them.
Yeah. Also, and I was in a relationship before, like 4 years, like just recently, so I can say some things. You also have to, when you're in a relationship, you also have to think about your relationship. How much do you value it? Is it enough to go ahead and flirt with somebody? I mean, do you want to lose everything just over, like, flirting with somebody? Or would you want to lose everything that you built with that person just to having them text you or sneaking off? Like, you know what I mean? Is it worth it? And if you feel like you want to go flirt and do stuff with other people, maybe you should be single, because, you know, you have to think about how much you value your relationship. Because when I would go out, guys would try me, but I love no strap. I got a man, thank you. And you keep trying, no, I can't have friends. No, thank you. I don't want to keep having a conversation, because they're going to try. A lot of guys, this is how they think. A lot of times, they don't really care about being in relationships and stuff with you. They just want one thing. Can you think about what that is? I don't have to say it. So a lot of times, they be wanting one thing. So they don't care if you have a boyfriend. You know, they want the... What you said? The why. Sometimes they just want what they want. So, I mean, like, not everyone's like that, because there are gentlemen out there, you know. And females do, too. Sometimes females just want what they want. They don't care if you got a girl. Man, females are a little bit worse when it comes to relationships. They don't be caring if the dude has another girl. They'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll be the side girl, whatever. Vice versa. But it's just like, how much do you value who you're with? Like, how much do you value a relationship? Where do you want to go with it? So it's up to you.
Well, I think also something that this is off topic, but on topic a little bit. I have to think about when you get into it, what do you want from somebody? Because I know that you can't, I would say, you can't say you can't, because you could, people's minds do change, but like, let's say that, like, for me personally, you know, I'm not the best Christian, I'll admit that, but it'd be really hard for me to be with someone who had no belief in God at all. I'm not saying we have to go to church every Sunday and we have to.
You mean like an atheist?
Yeah, yeah. If you're full out, like, that's not a thing, you know, there's no such thing, you're not even open to, like, the idea of it, or couldn't respect my beliefs even though yours aren't fully there, that won't work for me. So I also think that it's why it's important to.
That's a deal breaker for you.
Yeah.
What's another deal breaker?
Teeth. It's like.
Nope, she's not playing, because a lot of girls look at that.
Okay, no. If you're that I don't. That's rude.
I mean, some people have beautiful teeth that's just crooked. I mean,
yeah. You can't,
maybe yellow. Do you mean like the way they take care of the teeth, or do you mean the way?
You can't have like your mouth can't look dirty.
Yeah, of course. No, don't. Oh my gosh.
Your teeth are crooked. That's fixable.
All you can do, is stare at their teeth. Like when they're pulling out plaque.
I'm not perfect. I have imperfections, and I'm sure that maybe something that I have could bother someone else. It would be
I got a good one.
You go first then. You go.
First of all, some guys probably be like, I don't want to date no girl whose hair look like it's broccoli. I don't care. Y'all have to date me. But a deal breaker for me though. Okay, listen. So I know, I'm sweet and stuff, I try to, like, I want everybody to do their best, but I like my guys to be a little aggressive. But you don't gotta, like, not, like, abusive, but I like a guy that is, like, dominant. A deal breaker for me is somebody that if I can walk all over you, I can't do it. That's just me. Everyone's different. Some girls want to bully them around and push them around the house. I personally, if I can bully you, and I say, didn't I tell you to go make my sandwich? You say, yes, babe, I'm sorry. No, don't do that. You gotta put me in my place respectfully. Respect was like if a guy doesn't have a backbone, that's a deal breaker for me. I have no mean abusive man. I just want someone who knows how to stand up for himself and put me in my place when it's needed, because I have a smart mouth. And sometimes I need it. You try to act like they don't, and they know deep down they like how certain things that guys do.
I don't, and I like when, I'll word it. I just like knowing that feel them seems like you care, like you are worried about what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Because
you're not
you
nonchalant.
Yeah. Yeah, like you don't want, like no one else can get my attention anyway. What if I'm gone for too long? And I'm not saying too long, because if you said like maybe I just took longer at the store, just like, hey babe, where you at? Rather than just like you don't call me at all.
Yeah, like
you
show.
Don't care I'm at.
Yeah, like actually show you care. Like, and for girls, for us to think that you care, like it's little stuff like that. Oh, you're wearing that? Oh, girl, it's too short. Try put on something else. Or like she said, you're going for a little bit longer than you said. Call me to make sure I'm okay. Or if I'm on the road, call me. Just act like you care. But really, you really want someone that's caring. But just show them little things like that's gonna show someone like, oh, they really care about my well-being. Like don't just be nonchalant and chilling in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have another one coming. This is part 1. We're going to do part 2. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Watch the other one.
Peace.
And I'm going to make sure I put her social medias in the description so that way y'all can follow my girl, Jocelyn. I know she's beautiful. Her so pretty, like my little cheerleader. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have another one coming. This is part 1. We're going to do part 2. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Watch the other one.
Peace.
And I'm going to make sure I put her social medias in the description so that way y'all can follow my girl, Jocelyn. I know she's beautiful. Her so pretty, like my little cheerleader. Okay?